Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to edit files that need to go on the Jumbotron that are improperly formatted. So I'm going to show one video that I was able to fix and get working, and also some Hall of Fame pictures that I was able to fix. So to show sizes, if you're trying to make graphics, this is my broadcasting folder that should be shared to all of you. So sports, exported, Jumbotron, um, and I'm holding the control key and then scrolling with my mouse to make this stuff bigger. So, Jumbo score table, let's see, new board graphics. This is what we use for the Jumbotron. It's 1920 by 1080. These are the information that you need for the Jumbotron. This is basically just typical screen resolution, but sometimes it'll give you colors. It'll give you trouble with colors, or just so use PNG resolution. And if something weird, the files aren't working, always just Google and see if you can convert away. So I've had problems with it saying like it's using RGB instead of sRGB. There's always just stupid things that happen. Let's see if I can even get this to load. So this is a graphic that they made. I think Nevco Creative Services or something like that. 1920 by 1080, 30 FPS, and this is just like, it's 1/3 EHS broadcasting advertisement. Alright, and then the hardest one is the scores table, which is, there's a video board on the front of the score table. This stuff it's kind of harder, but the screen resolution you need for this one is 960 by 240, and I guess it's 2997. Let's see what these ones are. 260, bit depth 32. Yeah, you just have to remember the 960 by 240 and you'll basically be good. And we created the black District 7 because it was white originally and it was messing with our white balance on the cameras. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to get into how to fix these files now. So, let's see. Our first one, let's fix this video. If we want to play a video on there, it's not going to accept a 3840 by 2160 resolution. So this is the version that I fixed. And just put fix in the title so you don't get it mixed up. 960 by 240 and 24 FPS. So I don't know why that was 29.01. It's kind of strange, but to fix this one's easier than the photos. And this stuff is pretty simple, but it's just something that Miss Boscolo needs every seems like every month or two. There's something that needs fixed. So we're gonna call this one, let's just say cheer state fixed. So this is what Premiere should look like as soon as you open it up. We're gonna do the edited. This is the not fixed version. You can see there's already a fixed version in there because it is March, and these files were given to me back in January, so I'm just trying to record this for you so you guys know how to do this. It's pretty simple, but in case you haven't used video editing software before. So I just went up to my sequence settings, and then if you watched the video earlier, the resolution we need for the Jumbotron is 1920 by 1080, and then 24 FPS right there. And we'll just say OK. It'll give you this little error that's totally fine. And then you scroll over to, you need to have effect controls pulled up. Where are you? Effect controls right there. If you don't have effect controls, go in your window mode and get that. And then you're gonna have to adjust this. So you don't want there to be a bunch of black, because you just want the frame of the video, not a bunch of extra stuff. So if you try to mess with it, you'll see black, and then I don't know, it's saying that 50 is not good. Let me make sure I made my sequence settings right. 1920 by 1080, 24 FPS. Oh, that's 1980 by 1080. We need 1920. That's why it was strange. Okay. Now, if we make it 4950, it's perfect right there. And just check your beginnings and ends. Mute this. That's good. Then we're going to export this. This is really pretty simple to do, but in case you're somebody who hasn't used Premiere very much, this video still might be helpful. So 2024 cheer 2024 cheer state. And I'm going to call this version 1, just in case you have multiple versions. You can't export in here, but I kind of just like using media encoder, so I'm going to use media encoder. This was one I was messing with before. This is the actual version. It's only going to take like 2 minutes. And then we have to do the harder part, which is fixing these Hall of Fame PNGs. So this is the ones that I fixed, and I actually made it into a slideshow also. 1920 by 1080 with a bit depth of 32. That's what we need. And if we go to, these were what I was given from Miss Boscolo. 2160 by 2160. So that is not, it's not what we need. So photos are a lot harder to do compared to videos. 1920 1080. Sure, that resolution's fine. And then maybe there's a faster way to do this, but that's just how I do it. Hall of Fame, not proper. If I can just see if I can copy all that. And it's not opening the .info files because we don't need that. It's 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 1920 by 1080. Create it. Drag it over. Much easier to do with the mouse, by the way. Like if you're trying to do this on a trackpad, that's kind of unfortunate for you. And I apologize. I know this is thrilling, but it's just what we gotta do. And I don't like that little black bar, probably a mistake, whoever made these files. And then Premiere will lock where it's straight. It appears that Premiere likes that spot right there. And for my background layer, see if I can unlock it. I unlock my background, and then I'm going to make this black. Except I didn't. Let's use my bucket. Black. Right there. So this is number 2, Mr. Mike Waldo. Export it. Let's create a new folder. Off pics. And it's very nice. So whenever I put a dash in, it so dash is my mute bind. What I'm saying here is, just keep like original file format names, so I should have like re-recorded this whole video, and I'm sorry I didn't, but like this kind of sucks. Let's be honest. Like this is not. Yeah, just dragging the one on top of the other. Export. Bam. Maybe you should make somebody else do this so you don't have to, because this like sucks. This is like painful. Like, and I even got to edit on top of doing this. Like, I love you guys, but like, come on. Export it. Yeah, number 2. Put the order in there. That's a nice thing to do. She wanted this. Let's see. She wanted them to be like individually pickable, so that like while the person was out like being recognized on the court, they could pull up their graphic and then leave it. If it's a slideshow, you're not going to be able to like leave the slideshow at a certain spot. At least using the Nevco stuff. I know. Oh, you can do that with PowerPoint, but PowerPoint will honestly be better than Nevco Display Director. Let's be honest. Hall of Fame slideshow. Yeah, I made it into a slideshow. You can do that. You just dump all the pictures inside of Premiere, 1920 by 1080. So this is I just use the same. I was feeling so lazy. I just use Premiere Pro. The same.
What is this?
Cheer State isn't actually Cheer State. I just use the same one. just gonna delete that. That didn't happen. Here are my proper pictures. If I dump them in like this, but I don't know if I'm happy with, let's say, each of those are 5 seconds, and we don't want 5 seconds. We want longer than that. So you do this, and then you say orderly, sequentially, override. Let's make it, make it 200 frames and see what that looks like. And these ones just have a simple transition. You don't need to do anything like that. It's fine. But this automate to sequence button will help you out. And the way that the Jumbotron works is it'll just keep looping your video. So don't do anything like transitions on the end or at the start. Because that'll make it, you won't be able to, it'll ruin the loop. Don't leave any black space at the end either. That's a no-no. Alright, well, that video is pretty simple, so I just hope it helps somebody, and happy file formatting. I know it's thrilling. Also, if you need more detailed information about the file formatting stuff, so you just look up Nevco Display Director Manual. So it takes AVI, MOV. I guess it takes more than MP4, but you should still just use MP4. Image types. I'm just going to scroll through this kind of slowly. Video formats. Yeah, but this user manual is super helpful if you're confused about anything. It'll help you out. Also, a little note after the fact, the Jumbotron's kind of particular. So give it MP4s and give it PNGs, or it'll be upset. Give it 1920 by 1080. It likes that. That's what I'm gonna say. Just don't mess around. Oh, I think 720 will work. It's not a good application and not a good piece of software, and it won't deal with bad files itself. It'll just say no and get upset, like a little baby having a fit. Yeah. So the video is a little bit scuffed. I'm sorry about that. I just cannot bring myself. I cannot bring myself to re-record this crap. You know, I'm sorry for all the negativity also. It's just kind of the worst part of the thing we do. Like, I love the live streams. Like, morning show's pretty fun. Like, what is this? What are we doing with our lives, you know? I don't know, just something to think about, but I don't know. Go outside.